Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
24 karat magic in the air.
Westbrook, what he's doing triple-double wise is amazing in this modern day of basketball.
Westbrook reigns and drains it.
Pop, pop, it's showtime, showtime.
I would not speak to him. You might wake him up, and if you touch him, you burn yourself.
He's performing at an unbelievable pace, and right now he's top 2 for MVP.
It's remarkable that he could be the leading rebounder on 19 different teams.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon.
Westbrook registers another triple-double. 10 assists, 14 rebounds, 20 points, and 17 triple-double this season.
So fair. Look out.
Welcome to an NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. First game of our doubleheader. We kick it off in Oklahoma City for the Memphis Grizzlies and the OKC Thunder. A sellout crowd expected at the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder and Russell Westbrook and the Young Thunder. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, which are brought to you by Honda. The second matchup of the season between the two, and David Fizdale, the rookie head coach, has done a tremendous job. Chandler Parsons still coming back from all the knee problems. He's in the starting lineup, but still on a minutes restriction for the Grizzlies, who right now sit at 5th in the West. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City at 7th in the West. 4 of those 5 have started all 39 games. Owner Victor Oladipo missed a bunch, but they've had good continuity in their starting lineup. Russell Westbrook has been the man of the hour. The numbers absolutely staggering, Doug, but you talk to Billy Donovan, and one of the things he loves is the leadership. And this is a very young team, and they need that type of leadership, and he's really grown in a lot of ways in that area.
Well, we talked to Steven Adams before the game, and he said, I sit back. I'm not one to ask a lot of questions. I sit back and I watch Russell Westbrook and the way he approaches his job every day. The energy, the passion, he comes in every moment at practice, the film sessions. What a great leader by example Westbrook is, and I think he's starting, Mike, to probably be a little bit more vocal as well.
Well, here at home, they have been so tough. As you see, Conley and Westbrook. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch. 2 of the best at their positions in terms of two-way point guards. Here at home, the Thunder 14-6. They've won their last 3, and overall 7 games over 500. For Conley and the Grizzlies, 10-9 on the road, including that unbelievable win last Friday in Oakland against the Golden State Warriors. And look at those numbers in the last 5 games.
Well, he's coming back from that injury. He had a fractured vertebrae in his back, and he's come back earlier than expected. Normally we see guys sit out a lot longer. He's come back, and he's playing terrific basketball.
So set to go. Danny Crawford, the crew chief, throws it up. Robertson could hold on, and the Grizzlies will start. The fans here always wait until their home team scores the first bucket before they sit down. JaMychal Green, Chandler Parsons, Gasol, and Steven Adams. That'll be a fun matchup, too. Adams has become a very good defensive player as Parsons misses the 3.
Well, if you haven't seen Memphis play this year, the one thing they've added is they're shooting a lot more 3-point shots, and it's really helped with their spacing on the floor.
Adams has had a best stretch of his career over the past month. Kicks it out in the corner. Open 3. That's good. Oladipo knocks down for the first points of the night. Tony Allen drives inside, flips up the floater, can't get it to fall. And the Thunder come the other way. Thunder, one of the higher scoring teams in the NBA, 8th in scoring. And the ball kicked, so they'll throw it out of bounds. But what have you said about Memphis, Doug? And Billy Donovan was telling us, you now have to change the way you approach them. They're still grit and grind, there's still defense, but you add the 3-pointer, and now it's something you have to plan against.
Well, the last time they played, they had 13 threes. We see Westbrook in that little mid-post just going up with his little jump shot. But they had 13 threes, Memphis did, in the blowout the first time they played.
That was a game in December. Russell Westbrook got ejected in the third quarter, and it was the worst loss of the season for the Thunder. Their lowest scoring game, their lowest shooting game. Parsons gets Adams up in the air. Now has a fallaway shot, and that's good.
Well, he's a talented player. The thing with him, Mike, he's just so struggled with his injuries with that knee. We saw it happen in Houston late there in the season. We saw it in Dallas. We've seen it here. Can he get healthy? They're paying him a lot of money to be a big contributor.
It's only his 15th game of the season. Adams against Gasol. Gasol, one of the premier defensive players in the league, and Adams very patiently gets the bucket.
You know, he's one of those guys that's incredibly strong, but I don't think it's weightlifting strong. I just think it's functional streak because we see that little tippy-toe jumper by Marc Gasol.
Westbrook throws it ahead, and Gasol fouls. And there's where Russell Westbrook's so dangerous when he gets the defensive rebound. He starts it off quickly.
And on the season, one of the things here to watch tonight, Mike, Oklahoma City #1 points in the paint. Memphis #1 defending it. And a big part of Oklahoma City is their bigs running to those rim runs and early post-ups.
There's the quick double on Westbrook. Sabonis out to Robertson. Adams, the offensive rebound. Put back, can't get it to fall, and Jermichael Green grabs it. Robertson is on Parsons. Robertson, an elite defender in the league. Chasing over screens. Parsons keeps his dribble. Nice move from Chandler Parsons.
You know, it's interesting. He can only play about 16 or 17 minutes a night, so you almost get this feeling, I got to do a lot while I'm out there because I can't play long.
What a difference he would make if he could stay healthy and play 30-plus minutes. Good defense there. And a bad pass from Sabonis, though.
Well, he gives him another playmaker and another shooter, and he's got size.
Tony Allen wraps it around to Gasol. Pass inside for Allen. Allen, reverse layup.
Quietly, Tony Allen's having one of his best seasons. We've always known him as a defender, but he's averaging about 10 points a game.
Allen pokes it away. By the way, Tony Allen's his birthday today, 35 years old, and still one of the premier defensive players in the league.
Boy, he takes it personally if you score on him.
Westbrook gets it, finds it to Robertson. Robertson, scoop layup, nice adjustment.
Tell you what he's really learned to do is when his guy leaves to help, he finds the open spot. Doing a much better job of that.
Parsons left open. Right back to Adams. Adams has become more of an offensive force this season. Takes a hit. Oladipo inside to Sabonis and a travel.
Mike, you were talking a while ago about how young this Thunder team is. Westbrook 28, Oladipo 24, Adams 23, Robertson 25, Sabonis 20. That's the age of their starting five.
Third youngest starting five in the league. Only Minnesota and Denver are younger. Gasol, well defended, but he makes the adjustment.
Oh man, he's just throwback the way he, you know, it's the old Kevin McHale low post player.
Westbrook on the pull-up. This mid-range jumper from when he came into the league to now, he goes stretches where it's lethal.
And he uses his dribble to get his rhythm. He uses that dribble to step into his shot.
Parsons using his height advantage, and Chandler Parsons his third field goal already.
Well, this has got to be a great start for Memphis, for him to be so productive here, knowing he can only play about 8 minutes before he has to sit down.
Sabonis wraps it in, and a blocking foul is going to be called. If it's on Gasol, that's his second. Lauren Holtkamp, the official, pointing at the restricted area, and Gasol may have to sit. So 2 personals on the former NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and David Fizdale not looking down the bench yet.
Well, remember we talked to Michael Conley before the game, and he said one of the things their bigs have to do is draw charges tonight, and that one is going to get him sitting down here probably pretty quickly.
Adams.
He is strong and has a very soft shooting touch. Better and better every year and every month this season.
Now, Doug, you're coaching, and it depends really on the player. Do you leave a guy in so quickly with 2 quick fouls?
I do with Mark because I think he knows how to play with fouls. I don't think he's going to reach in and get that silly one.
Takes a wild shot there. Westbrook with his second rebound.
Great pass.
Oh, beautiful entry look from Westbrook. And Steven Adams has 6 points already. It's back to 5 for OKC. And David Fizdale wants a timeout. The Thunder 7 of 9 from the field. Westbrook doing a little bit of shooting, a little bit of distributing, and his team is up 5.
A little back shoulder pass here like you see in football, throwing against the defense. Look how deep Adams is on that post catch.
Well, Russell Westbrook's first in the league in scoring, second in assists, but he's 11th in rebounding at over 10.5 rebounds per game at 6'3". Absolutely an incredible stat considering the 10 guys ahead of them are all 6'10" or taller. His rebounding numbers may be the biggest surprise of all. Most rebounding per game by a guy 6'3" or shorter, fat lever, and you have to go all the way back to the late 80s for that.
You know what his defensive rebounding does? It leads to an automatic fast break because Mikey takes that ball off the board in about 2 dribbles. He outruns everybody and gives his team a chance for early offense.
Zach Randolph has come on for Gasol. Randolph's first shot misses. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Sabonis, the rookie, so they'll take it out of bounds.
See, Zach Randolph now actually will go in and play at the 5 spot, so they'll put some shooting around him, play through him in the post as Marc Gasol sits out, and then later we'll see those 2 guys play together. And as Dave Fizdale said before the game, as long as they can defend the 3-point line, those 2 guys can play together.
Conley throws it up with the right hand. Conley ambidextrous as Randolph again doesn't have to jump, just tips it up and in.
Gets that great position, and I think it's great Dave has got his minutes down and basically said, we want you to be 6th man of the year. We think you can do that and be a great advantage for us and stay fresh.
Now, how many former All-Stars would so quickly and easily accept that role? Westbrook to Sabonis. Oladipo was out of bounds when he caught it. Turnover for OKC, their 3rd. And Enes Kanter will come in. Sabonis sits down. Kanter, instant offense. So Kanter and Adams will play together, Doug.
We'll say they've gone big now, so it'll be interesting here. Kanter will be maxed up against JaMychal Green.
Conley drives, blocked from behind. Westbrook got beat and recovered beautifully. Ahead now to Kanter. Side step. Oh, what a block from JaMychal Green. Westbrook, meanwhile, fires it up. That won't go. And a double foul is going to be called. Boy, 2 sensational rejections that look like either easy layups or easy dunks.
Well, great call on Westbrook. It looked like Michael Conley had him beat, and he made a great effort. Watch him to get back in the play, realizing he's left-handed, coming over on the outside to get the block, and then JaMychal Green on the other end of the floor.
Wow.
2 spectacular plays.
Meanwhile, Green and Kanter call for the double foul. So on a double foul, now you go to center court, and any 2 can jump. Conley with the task of trying to slow down Westbrook, deflects it but right back to him. Robertson may have gotten away with a little shuffle there, but he throws it down.
Remember what I was talking about earlier? When his guy leaves him, he's finding open areas, and when you don't shoot the ball well, you got to find a way to stay on the floor and help your team. They used him a lot as a screener last year against Golden State in that playoff series.
He did have some good scoring games. Conley lines up a 3. That won't go. Alex Abrinas, the rookie from Spain, is also in the game now for OKC. Vince Carter has entered for Memphis. Westbrook turns, fires, short, fight for the rebound, Randolph. Conley, hands are on him, finds Parsons. Parsons can't finish Robertson. Westbrook to Kanter, wasn't expecting it, and rushed it. And here comes JaMychal Green. Green finds Parsons. Perfectly timed pass.
And it's not something Memphis does. Very rarely do you see them get easy scores. They average 10 points on the fast break. So they're not a team that pushes it, but you've got to be opportunistic. Get points off turnovers, get some easy hoops.
The Abrinas had it. Abrinas now getting some real minutes, real regular minutes. Westbrook finds an opening. Can't hit the 3, and Vince Carter will come the other way.
See, I think if you're Memphis, you'll live with that shot. Keep him out of the paint.
Parsons down the lane, left-handed, blocked by Robertson. Out to Conley. That's a two-pointer and misses. There's some highlight blocks in this game. Westbrook back to Cantor and the finish.
See how well their big men run, though. You know when you run, when you know you're going to get the ball. And that's Russell Westbrook is so smart because those big guys are pushing it, and now it's going to open up opportunities for him.
Westbrook already with 4 assists. Thunder shooting 56% from the field. Carter hits the three-pointer. You know, you talk about Tony Allen having one of his best seasons. Carter, this is his best numbers he's had since he's been in Memphis.
Well, his minutes are down. He's staying fresh, and he can still shoot the ball. And that's one of the things Memphis has needed over the last 5 or 6 years with those two big guys.
Robertson. That's a good-looking three from the corner. And the lead back up to 5.
And he's got to take that shot. He's wide open, and they're going to help off of him.
Doug, they need him and want him to take that shot more often.
I agree with that.
JaMychal Green off the mark. Westbrook banks it home. David Fizdale wants a 22nd timeout. So Westbrook, 6 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. A little bit of everything, as he's done all season. First quarter in OKC, Thunder up 7. Tonight's Value Players brought to you by healthcare.gov. It's about the OKC spacing.
All right, we'll talk about now Memphis. If you see, they're going to guard the paint. Watch what happens here. Parsons rotates up. Robertson does a nice job, cuts behind his vision, and gets a score. Stop the paint. Look at 5 guys in the paint. Parsons helps off strong side corner. It's something you don't do in the NBA because that's the shortest shot, and Robertson knocks it down. So one time he's a cutter. The next time he spots up and he makes the shot. Excellent job there by Andre Robertson.
Robertson, he's still just 25 years old, his 4th year in the league. He's always been an excellent defensive player in college ball at Colorado or here in the NBA. You can see he was the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. One year he averaged over 11 rebounds a game in college. But you look at him now, and he's trying to develop. Last year had, as you mentioned, Doug, some very good games in the playoffs against Golden State. As Cameron Payne has come on for the first time. Payne, who had that broken foot, just his 3rd game. Jeremy Grant also in for OKC. Carter, flick of the wrist. Another 3 for Vince Carter.
That's a tough shot, too. It looked like he was sort of falling backwards, but now you've got Gasol and Randolph out there together, so you've got to have the shooting. So you've got Harrison and Vince Carter on the floor along with Ennis. 3 shooters to go with 2 post players.
Andrew Harrison and James Ennis both in for the first time. There's Payne. 5 to shoot. Cantor against Randolph. Shot clock winding down. Bad decision that time from Cantor. Gasol whips a pass ahead to Ennis. And Ennis fouled by Abrinas.
One of the things you do, you have a scouting report for a game, and you put up on there, Memphis is going to guard the paint. So, Mike, you can't make high-risk passes in traffic. You're going to turn the ball over. Memphis had 24 points off turnovers the last time they played.
They have always been, in this era with this group, one of the better defensive teams year in and year out. Pass inside to Randolph, goes right at Payne, can't get it. Cantor rips down the rebound.
Oklahoma City really needs Cameron Payne to play well, to come in, run the second unit, but also to be able to play with Westbrook.
Adams fumbles it. Out of bounds, still OKC ball. And here, this is the thing that Billy Donovan always talks about, and you've mentioned this all the time. How does the Thunder, how do they play with Russell Westbrook off the floor?
They've got to get their identity, that second unit identity, and what I've seen early here with Billy is he's playing Cantor and Adams out there together with Cameron Payne to take some of that pressure off him running the team as he's getting back from that injury. Just an unforced error there and another turnover.
That's 5 for OKC. Gasol back in the game with the 2 fouls. Nick Collison battling at him. Gasol can't hit. Cantor with his 4th rebound off the bench. Final minute here in the opening period. Randolph pushes Cantor out nicely. Cantor drives past him though, gets inside. Thunder ball, 5 to shoot. Now they say that first shot didn't hit the rim. I don't know. That looked close. So 5 left on the 24. Billy Donovan's going to use his 22nd timeout to draw up a play. As Gasol is returned despite the 2 first quarter fouls.
But Mike, you asked me a while ago about leaving a guy in the game, and I've heard you and Jeff Van Gundy talking about.
Most people who sign up for health insurance on healthcare.gov qualify for financial help to make coverage more affordable, lowering their monthly premiums. Most find low premium plans for $50 to $100 a month. These are quality plans that include coverage for doctor visits, no-cost preventive services, and prescription drugs. The final 2017 enrollment deadline is January 31st.
Back here in OKC, let's see what's on this week's menu. Take a look at the national TV schedule brought to you by Panera Bread. Tomorrow, live from London, England, Indiana and Denver at 3 Eastern Time. TNT tomorrow night. Knicks and the Bulls, Pistons and the Warriors. ESPN Friday. Boston and Atlanta. Detroit at Utah. On the inbounds, Cantor knocks down the shot. That's a pretty good play out of bounds.
It is, and it also gives you a chance to get a 2-for-1 possession. So nice job by Billy Donovan using his 22nd timeout.
Here's Harrison, the rookie. Started a bunch of games when Conley was out with a back injury. Hasn't shot the ball well. That one misses. Gasol tips it in, but Harrison has shown some good activity and toughness. Shot clock turned off. They do have a foul to give here. Payne, nice pull-up jumper with a second to go. Harrison shot just off the mark, and the first quarter comes to an end.
Well, Russell Westbrook has his fingerprints on this game early. We an assist to the cutting Robertson for the easy score. This time mid-range post up, you turn, you square up, you knock it down. Oklahoma City, a good start.
Second quarter set to begin here with Memphis coach David Fizdale. First off, Marc Gasol, you let him play a lot of minutes with 2 personal fouls. Yeah. Obviously, there's trust there on the player.
Big time. I mean, you're talking about a defensive player of the year. He knows how to manage himself out there and not put himself in compromising positions. So I'm going to trust him in these situations.
How was the defense, you feel, against Russell Westbrook in that first?
I think we could show a lot more resistance. He's just getting to his spots too easy right now. He's very comfortable. We got to be a lot more physical, a lot more disruptive.
Thanks, David. Foul call as Harrison goes to the basket. Abrinas with the three-pointer down the other end. They're 3 of 6 from downtown. That's a problem because they're not a good three-point shooting team.
No, they're not at all. They shoot like 33%. Mike, just to follow up your interview there with David Fizdale, in that first quarter, you know, Westbrook had 6 points and 5 assists, but more importantly, the efficiency of Oklahoma City. They shot 62% from the floor and had 28 points. Memphis cannot win in a shootout here. They're going to get this game back. They got to do it with their defense because they only shot 37%.
Meanwhile, those 2 free throws, Doug, the first 2 free throws of the game, nobody shot a free throw in the first quarter. The NBA record for fewest free throw attempts by the 2 teams combined is 12. That was back in 1980. Lakers in San Diego. Cantor, he got a little athleticism to him.
Well, he's a long strider, so when he gets that little step by you, it's hard for you to catch up, and he has that nice little spin move on the baseline.
Carter to Gasol. Good weapon there for Gasol for his 3rd field goal.
You know, the game is in slow motion for him, isn't it? I mean, he just sees the game. He never gets in a hurry. Whether he's passing, whether he's in the post, he sees the floor.
There's Grant. Grant picked up very early in the season a trade from Philadelphia. Bad pass from Collison. That's 6 turnovers for OKC. That's one of the reasons why Memphis hanging in there despite being badly outshot. Grant trying to stop Gasol. I don't know how
about 5 fouls on that play.
But I don't know how to me, for the officials, Doug, That's the hardest play to call
It
because
is.
they're both banging away.
Yeah. I think what ended up happening is Grant eventually got his hands down on him. I think he was okay initially, but see if his hands get in there. He's getting his shoulder, but right there he sort of reached at the end, but that post play like that's tough to referee, and Danny Crawford's one of the best in the business.
Abrinas gets right up on Harrison. Shot clock at 4. Harrison, the spin move, layup, misses. Randolph trying to battle for it. Still loose, and Randolph comes out. Carter back to Randolph. Just bullies his way in, but Cantor with good defensive help goes to Carter. Shot won't go, but a foul as Cameron Payne hits it in the crowd. Obviously not happy with some of the recent whistles.
I think Jeremy Grant's going to have to get a chest protector. The one possession he got caught with Marcus All. This other one he got caught with Zach Randolph. So I think that's a good call. He was moving.
Absolutely. So Carter will go to the free throw line. Carter is going to be 40 years old in 2 weeks. The oldest player in the NBA this year. And as we remind you, January is National Mentoring Month, and the NBA family has partnered with Mentor to help recruit more life-changing mentors for young people. You don't need all the time in the world to be somebody's hero. Become a mentor. Visit www.mentoring.org and sign up today. Abrinas, Collison, Grant, Payne, and Cantor out.